Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Representative Matt Gaetz.
Thank you all so much for coming to hear me. My colleagues Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger are having a conference at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. to talk about how real Republicans should behave. I'm glad to be here with all of you in the free state of Florida because this is Donald Trump's party and I'm a Donald Trump Republican. The rent is too damn high. Leftist politicians told us that, then they were elected to office. Now, the gas bill is too damn high, the grocery bill is too damn high, the electric bill is too damn high, and yes, the rent is too damn high. Something ain't right in this country when the Tinder swindler is treating people better than our own government's treating us. When I ran for Congress, I thought that the DOJ, the FBI, the CDC, those were supposed to be the good guys. Simpler days. I was extorted by a former DOJ official. The FBI saw one of their own lawyers change evidence to frame President Trump before a secret court. They're cheating worse than the Russian figure skating team over there at the Hoover Building. And the CDC, they wanted the powers of the CIA and ended up with the credibility of CNN. Now, Joe Biden and even some who have taken this stage tell us that defending freedom in Ukraine has costs for Americans. First of all, costs are going up, so that should be a red flag right there. Also, what about freedom here in this country? What about our leaders actually standing up for freedom and liberty in America? Why should Americans have to pay the cost of freedom elsewhere when our own leaders stand up for our freedom here? And by the way, Washington spent your money and took your freedom away anyway. That's why we have higher costs and fewer choices today. But now you got to foot the bill for Ukraine? Endure more pain? We still got pain from Afghanistan misadventures that we still have to deal with. I'm not for sending Americans to Ukraine. Except maybe one. If Russia wanted to destabilize Ukraine, Putin didn't need to send tanks. We could have just sent Dr. Fauci. My constituents fear Dr. Fauci more than some modern incarnation of Dr. Strangelove, and it's easy to see why. My parents did nuclear fallout drills in school over missiles that fortunately never arrived. Today, students are drilled to wear masks over a virus that threatens their overall health less than the mask itself. We are retarding social emotional learning, empathy, and caring. We are raising a generation of little sociopaths who will act more like the Menendez brothers. That's a lot scarier than post-Omicron COVID. Indeed, we should fire Fauci, but the oversight shouldn't stop there. My vision for Republican control of Congress is every committee gets an investigation to run. The Armed Services Committee should be looking into the botched Afghanistan withdrawal. The Energy and Commerce Committee should break up big tech. The Agriculture Committee should stop big food from being consolidated under the power of the Chinese Communist Party. The Intelligence Committee should blow up FISA. The Judiciary Committee should stop the DOJ from targeting political opponents, whether they are parents, whether they are falsely labeled as extremists, or whether they are lawmakers engaged in the oversight of the Department of Justice. The Transportation Committee should not be debating whether or not roads and bridges are racist. They should solve supply chain issues. They oversee the ports, don't they? Why is it that Americans can get their heroin delivered faster than a futon from IKEA? The Foreign Affairs Committee should stop us from having so many foreign affairs. They cost our nation too much in treasure and in the blood of our bravest patriots. We don't have to give other countries money to hate us. They will probably do it for free. Wouldn't it be nice if the Natural Resources Committee actually cared about the development of American natural resources? I wish our media reported as much about the Keystone XL as they do Nord Stream 2. Homeland Security. It is not enough to finish the wall. Biden has let millions of people into our country illegally. We need internal enforcement of our immigration laws and deportations for people who do not come here with permission. We got to find every one of those Biden flights that dropped off illegal immigrants at our military bases and in our communities, and we ought to track those people down like they were at the Capitol on January 6th. Maybe treat them the same, too. No bail, no taxpayer-funded lawyer, just a one-way ticket home. The Healthcare Committee should investigate suppressed information about vaccines, and we should vindicate brave whistleblowers. Now, I know people who would get the jab every year. They'd get it every month. They'd get it every day. I know people who would get the coronavirus vaccine while they were being tested for coronavirus at the same time if they could. And some of these people are in our families and our friend groups. And all of them are our fellow Americans. And we would never discriminate against them. We would never see them trampled by horse-mounted police. We would never see them arrested for trying to order Thai food in New York City. We would never see their bank account seized as they were labeled terrorists or extremists or threats to truth and information. We would not do to the vax worshipers what they have done to far too many Americans. You see, I love America as one nation, one people, one culture, one economy, one group of people who rise or fall together. And I know in my generation that millennials saw their families destroyed by no-fault divorce. And so let us never tolerate an era of national divorce or medical apartheid. When Obama snookered millennials into believing that his candidacy was somehow an engine to improve the lives of other people, he famously and piously said, "We are the ones we have been waiting for." In 2022, we lack the luxury of battling for Obama's purported utopia for others. We are increasingly embattled. Not for lofty ideals or distant lands, but for ourselves, our schools, our freedoms, our faith, our jobs, our health, and our America. Today, we are not the ones we have been waiting for. We are the ones we are fighting for. CPAC is the place where we decide what conservative movements are about and what they mean. And conservatism in the 80s meant do less, be more modest, slow the pace of change. Well, President Trump threw modesty out the window, and he taught us that doing less was no way to conserve anything. Action, action, action. Imagine a Republican Party that actually went out and won your battles again. So fight for your family, fight for your country, fight for your freedom. This is no time for bystanders. It's pick your fighter time. I'm your Florida man. I'm the only Republican in Congress who doesn't take any donations from lobbyists or special interests or political action committees. I fight for you. I work for you, not them. With our team, the fight rages on, and I hope you'll join me. Go to mattgaetz.com, download the app, vote for Donald Trump in today's straw poll, and let's go get him!